Hi guys, it's me. So we are actually going to create this, but the problem is that I kind of messed up the footage, so you're not going to actually see me create this part. So I thought I would like reverse and do another one so you can see a demo. So I'm just going to use my watercolors here. You guys really love this spiral, so I thought I would do kind of a live version of it, but this time we're going to do a messy circle. So I have my watercolors here, and I'm just going to give them a nice little spray, and I'm going to use a flat brush here, and we're going to start out just by creating just a circle that has lots of rings on it, and we're going to doodle in it. So it should be nice and easy. So let's go in and grab pink to start out with. I think that's where I started out last time I did warm and then cold colors. So let's grab some pink, and I'm just using a flat brush here. And I do try to keep my watercolor brushes separate. This isn't a traditional watercolor brush, but it's the Master Touch flat, and these work really, really well. I also have like a round one too that I love, which I put somewhere. That works really well too. So you're just going to make a small circle-ish shape in the middle of your page, and then maybe we'll go with a darker purple, a darker pink, and you can use the edge of that brush to get nice and close to that first circle that you made, and you're just going to keep going out. So it's pretty simple. So let's do like a really big red, like a deep red. A big red. I don't even know what that is, but like Big Red the drink. No, just a deeper red. Okay, we're just going to go around like that. And if I need to wipe off my brush, I'll just do it on my underpaper. And then let's do some orange. But I love these kinds of exercises for watercolor, just making shapes and filling them. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my brush. It's really nice, and I love it when it bleeds like that. You can even leave some white space if you want to doodle inside of. We'll do that maybe next time. I think that would be fun. Add a little bit of orange. Let's make that just a little bit of a deeper orange. Wonderful. I like the way that looks. Okay. Then let's go into some yellow. It's a little bit reversed. I guess I should have done yellow before, but that's all right. Just going to use the edge of that brush. You can have a lot of these already done for the spiral. I just did it in advance because it takes a little bit for it to dry. And then I can use my paints over. So I will finish making this with you, and then you'll see me working on another one. So if it looks a little different, that's the reason. You will know the secret. Let's do this one. I'm going to make like an orangey green. But these are so fun, and you can do them like right in front of your television. I really love Jane Austen and mysteries and Asian dramas. So those are all the things that I watch when I'm creating art like this. You can do it right in front of your shows, or just do pieces of it. It's such a fun practice to do. Yeah, I've had a busy couple of weeks, and it's only going to get busier. We're having our church bazaar this weekend, so I did a lot of art for that, which is really good. I love when to kind of get out of my comfort zone when I'm creating art. So I created some new things for the craft fair for our booth, which is art booth. So it was fun. I got to stretch myself a little bit, which is always fun as an artist. A little scary, but fun. So I loved how the items that I created turned out. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably got a sneak peek of what it looks like. So let's do another green. So I've been busy with that, and then I have I think I just have 2 more projects that I need to get done with as far as video stuff. And that will be nice when that's when that's done, I definitely work ahead, so I'm not behind or anything. I am a kind of a crazy person when it comes to having deadlines. I like to work ahead of them, so I'm super ahead, but I like that. And then I'm working on my next art journaling class, which will be collage play, which I'm excited for. So I have all the videos done, and it was hard to kind of limit myself to just the 5 pages. I think I might have done 6 because I had so many ideas. I love using scraps and collage, so it's definitely my favorite of the series of art journaling classes that I'm doing. So I've been busy doing that. I have to edit that video, so hopefully that will be out sometime in September for you guys who are interested. And then I have some other stuff coming up too, so that I'm pretty excited about, that I need to do just some final details with, but it's been a good busy couple months. Yeah, it's so fun. I do have a really fun job, so I can't complain too much. Alrighty, let's do this light blue. I think that's so pretty. And I'm just like varying the colors. So I did blue. And you see that this is not exactly centered. And that's okay. And you can make this so it goes all the way to the edge. Maybe we'll do that. The other one I didn't. I kind of would have stopped here, but we'll make it go to the edge. So let's add some purples. It's going to be cut off a little bit, but that's okay. Oops. And you can add in other shades, but I love these watercolors. They're really nice, and they were a really good price, and they're very, very vivid. I love like when you read reviews and they're actually correct. People are like, oh, these are really vivid, and I'm like, woohoo, and I got them and I tried them and I said, this is pretty awesome. I completely agree. Let's do that. That's great. So I'm excited for the new Lord of the Rings movie. I think it's on Amazon. I don't know. I watched the trailer there on Amazon Prime, but I am super excited about that. Looks like it's going to be an interesting story. I'm like, ooh, the suspense. I can't wait. And it looks like it premieres in my birthday month, which is next month, which is always exciting. But that's awesome. What am I watching? I'm watching, Eternal Love. Not the Peach Blossoms, but, Love of Dream, I think, or something about Dream. But it's really a beautiful show. I love that one. So I'm rewatching that for like, I don't know, at least the 5th time. So that's currently what I'm watching. But it's so much fun. Let's do another one. This time we'll make it a little more magenta. I think it's Love of Dream, or how do I not know the name? I watch it all the time. But it's really good. But it's like Chinese fantasy, which is good. But it's a beautiful love story. And 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms is really good too. So yeah. And so is the other one. It didn't get much publicity, but I think it's Destiny. It has something about destiny in it. But that was a good one too. Except that the main character kills off the female lead a lot of times. Yeah, but it was still good. I still liked it. But it has a lot of episodes, so it's great if you like to do art. And I don't mind subtitles. I took foreign language when I was in school, and one of the ways that they taught us French was with a lot of foreign language movies. So I got used to subtitles. So it doesn't bother me. I know it does bother some people, but it doesn't really bother me that much. Or at all, even. I watch a lot of foreign movies. I think it's very interesting. You learn so much about other people's cultures, which I think is super important. So I love it. There we go. So that looks very awesome. We could even keep going to the edge. Maybe I will. So we'll just kind of repeat. So let's get some more of that pink back. Trying not to drip on my other pages. So I'm keeping my brush just a little bit dry. And when you're doing watercolor, I'll show you. So when I dip my brush in, I kind of flick it off and rub it off to take a lot of the water off. So yeah, and I don't mind if there's a little bit of gaps. We can play with those a bit. We're just going to kind of fill that in a bit. Let's try this peachy color. This is a great way to test out your colors. You can kind of see what you have in your palette to use. That brush is not clean, but that's okay. Let's try this lime green. It's amazing the colors that you stick to that you just absolutely love. Probably should have put something underneath because it's getting on my other page, but that's okay. And kind of do that, but this is the one that we'll actually be working on. So you'll see it hop and then you'll see this one blink, and that's the one that we'll start on. But for some reason I wasn't recording the first part when I made the circle, but this is how it looks. I just let this dry completely. I live in Colorado, so things dry very fast here, but you can let it dry overnight, which is really fun too. But let's start doodling. Okay, so I think we're dry enough, and I'm actually going to open this page. Sometimes I forget the doodles that I want to use, so I'm just going to have this on the side. This one is like a doodle page that I did that has lots of ideas and doodles, so I'm going to kind of put that over here so I can refer to it. And if you made the face stamps, I have to show you the page that I made with those. It's always a sticky page. Sticky, sticky, sticky. That's how I should be easily able to find it. Let's do that one. Let me see here. That was a fun one that I enjoyed. So much fun. Using the things that you make, isn't it? It's this one. So there's a process video on Instagram too. If you don't follow me there, you might want to. Sometimes I share things over there, but I love this page. It has a ton of layers, and I use some of the face stamps, and I like how it turned out. Alrighty, so let's get started on the doodles. I'll open it to the page that I just found. It's does that ever happen to you? It's like it's hard for me to find some pages. This thing is not that big, but but it seems like I lose some pages sometimes. Alrighty, let's see if we can find it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so maybe let's start out with, what color do I want to use? I can use white or black or whatever color. So I'm going to start out just with dots because those are always my favorite. Okay. So actually in here, why don't we do a spiral? And I like to be quite intuitive in with my doodling. I don't overthink it. I'll let that be like that. And of course, when I'm doing this process, I like to do maybe warm on top of cool, cool on top of warm, so that things pop. But I'm just going to kind of get this going because I should have kind of made sure. This is the glitter set, so I've only used a few out of here, so we'll just pounce it up and down until it goes. Doesn't take very long. Alrighty, so this is a really pretty color. So for that one, let's do some dashes. I love dashes too, so we'll just do some dashes here. And when you're making marks and doodles, just don't overthink it. You can even put this like in another place too. If If you want to fill things up quickly, then you can put them in more than one place. I think that helps things a bit. Let's grab the black. I think I want like some black circles with a dot in them. So just kind of pick whatever you want. And I smell my lunch, so I'm going to stop just for a second. Pause the video so I can grab that before they burn. Okay. And then we can also do, I think it would be cool to do like some arrow shapes here. And then you can also doodle within a shape too. So maybe within these we can add some dots. I love dots. Maybe we'll skip every other one. Right, and then I also want to add some lines. Just do some lines here. Yeah, I like that. And let's make them a little heavier, so I'm going to go in between the lines. As you can see, my doodles are not perfect at all. I just kind of enjoy the experience. I like to move my hands quickly. Okay. Righty. This is a pretty color too. Let's use that to make some open circles. Those are cool. And then maybe within the open circles I can add in some colors. I don't think I started this one. Oh, yes I did. Awesome. Okay. And even within this one we can add some dots. I love dots. What can I say? Alrighty. And then you can do blue on blue. I think that'd be really pretty too. What we could do even is, let's go in here and just add some lines, and I'm going to do some dots. And don't worry if things look a little clumsy, because you can come in with that black marker and outline things. That works out great. So I think maybe we'll just focus on this page, and then I'll share the video of us doing this one at a later time. I'm going to try to give you guys at least one video in real time a month. Fingers crossed that I will actually be able to do that. Okay, let's do some more lines like that. And we can outline those lines to make them pop in black. And then within those lines, I'm just going to do just some dashes. Perfect. Now let's use the hot pink. I love this one. It's my favorite. As I said in the video, it's true. Okay, so for this one, let's do the blue. I'm just going to make some loops. And be careful if your stuff is not dried yet. Oh, I love that so much. I don't even think that I shook that up that well, but let's give it a shake. We'll go over it one more time. Maybe I'll wait until, oh yeah, there we go. That's the pop that I wanted. There we go. That looks cool. Alrighty, let's do some purple. So for purple, how about we do, or maybe even not, oh, maybe let's do it in here with the yellow. Those are complementary colors, so that would work. So what do I want to do for that one? Maybe I'll do some triangles. I think that'd be cool. And we'll do open and close ones. So I'm going to fill that one in. We'll fill that one in, and we'll fill that one in. Alrighty. I pulled out a lot of purple, didn't I? You can see that I'm a fan of the purple. Okay, let's do this color. This is like a light pink. I have not used this one yet. Might have to pull some more colors. But before that, I better go get my food. So I'm going to just shake this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to get out some glitter pens just to give me kind of a finer point. I think that's what I'm running into here. Maybe we'll get some orange out. The orange and blue will be pretty. And for that one, let's make some more lines here, but let's add little dashes on them. And for this one, we can just do little dashes like that. We'll do dots, little circles. And we'll do these. I'm just going to kind of fill that, up like that. We'll just alternate or something like that. Alright, and I'm just gonna put my hand there. There we go, that looks kind of cool. And let's do maybe some scallops. I love scallops too. So we have a blue one here. So we'll just make some scallops like so. Let's do some there. Let's do one here. Like so. And I'm just going to kind of fill them in. So we'll just bud them against each other. Just keep building that shape. I just do kind of three. Oops. The pink's not dry. Shimmy burn rose. Okay, and let's do one here. One there. That looks cool. I like that. Okay. So I'm just going to outline. Now that this has dried a little bit, I'm going to outline the inside of my purple triangles, and then I'm going to outline the outside of them. I think when you're doodling and mark making, it's really fun if you outline and highlight some of the shapes that you're making too. I think it makes it much more interesting. And I'm actually going to add some lines because I kind of goofed that up, but that's okay. Doodles do not have to be perfect. Okay, or marks. So I'm going to start at the top and just do some lines coming down here. They don't even all look the same, but that'll work. And if I hate it, I can just go back and cover it up. So, that's all right. Alrighty, so I think I want to do another of those loops. So I'm just going to use kind of a thinner pin this time. We're just going to go around and do that. Oops, my camera thing is getting in the way here. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty, let's set those aside. Add a few more dashes. I just love dashes, they're my favorite. Dashes, 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 dash, dash, dash. Let's kind of make a dense black area, so I like to do that with little circles. So we'll do maybe on the green. We'll do some here, and I'm just gonna make circles of different sizes, so small ones, big ones, and just butt them up against each other. Again, don't overthink it, just make some big, make some medium size. They're supposed to be irregular and not perfect, but it's a really cool way to kind of fill up an area. Oops. So this one I think is about to run out. I told you guys I've been using these pens a lot. It's true, I have been. Let's do this one. It's okay if it goes off the page a little bit. I like that a lot. We have this black one here. So for that one, let's just do some black dots. And what I find is, like when I'm doing a project of this, I get more creative. A project like this, I get more creative the more I kind of work on it. I think of more ideas. Oh, let's try this and let's see how this goes, and maybe I can fill that in and leave that open. So I think these kinds of exercises are super helpful, especially when you have kind of a creative block. So let's see. So I'm going to go in and just add some big kind of teardrop shapes. There we go, like that. And then I can fill them in, which is great. So you don't have to leave things open, you can fill them in. And I love that because it adds some really cool dimension. Like for the purple ones, I'm going to fill in them with my gold. Also do white too. I think that'd be really cool. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit and I'll come back. I'm going to have some lunch. I'll be back. Okay, so let's do some spirals now. So I think maybe I'll do them on the purple. So I'll kind of build this up with the white. Now for some of these circles, I want to actually fill them in. I think that will just add a little bit of interest. Kind of moves your eye through a little bit. Be here, we can do that. And then right in here, I want to add, maybe just in a few, we'll add some of that beautiful hot pink. just like that. And you see I didn't let things dry. And these do layer very, very well. So I think what I'm going to do is add just some lines over here, and we're going to add something on top of them with black. So we'll make maybe like a rectangular shape and fill them in. Here too, like that. If you're getting a little stiff, you can always move your hands back on your pen too. I think that really helps. So we'll go ahead and fill those guys in like that. But it's so addictive. And then I'm going to fill in some of these with my white. Just going to give this a shake, I think. Might pick a different color, maybe. Maybe we'll do some purple. I think that'll show up a little better. Oh yeah, I like that. Pretty purple. And you can add as many or as few things as you want to these. I'm going to go in and add some more dots here in another color, and I think we'll even do a warmer color too, just to make that pop a little bit. I want to fill this area in more, different color. Here too, I think. Those dashes. This is kind of where you're just going through and seeing what you like here. Okay. And I think here I want to do some more lines. So very pale purple. Maybe we'll skip it here. Alrighty, so I'm liking the way that this looks. I think I'm going to go in and kind of add some more details here. So we'll make circles here, outline those a bit. There we go. And then I think I want to do a zigzag. So what color do I want to do that in? Maybe I'll do that in with the silver. Yeah, we'll use this silver one. Let's do a zigzag. I want to continue that a little bit more. There we go. And you can outline it in black too if you want. And these I'm just going to add a line right through. And then here, I think these have dried enough. Let's go in and add maybe not. I probably can let it dry more. If you are going to go over them, I think you have to make sure that it's dry. I forget that sometimes. Very good. Go ahead and that. just going to add a few little dots here. Okay, and we're just going to scribble that off a bit because I went over the gel pen, so I don't think that worked out very well. That's okay. And then here on this edge, I'm just going to do some bumps. I'll scribble. That's why I love working on paper. So I think maybe this one I need to let go. I think this is the one that was almost becoming empty anyway. So I'll kind of step that aside. I'm just going to go with this guy. There we go. Okay, so let's try this. Let's make some bumps here. We can even add a line or two there. Oh yeah, this one is nice and juicy. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to fill in a few of these. Okay, and this one I think I'm going to make like a spiral but a square style. Again, just make sure that it's dried. Cool. Alrighty, what are we thinking here? I'm going to find the top to my pen here. Okay. Used a lot of this one. Let's see here. So thinking we'll just do some dashes there. Let's do that. And then I'm going to do one here. We'll continue kind of this pattern. I think that's pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. And if you want to, you could add words too. I don't know if I'm going to do that for this one. I kind of like adding words though. So I could maybe put one there. And I usually add words from music that I'm listening to or something. I really don't overthink it that much. So I just need, let's see, I think I want a cool color down here. Maybe I'll use the blue here. Let's do the silver here. Just gonna go ahead and just add a few little dashes there. And then I think I need a cool color up there with those dashes. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then we need to figure out what we're going to do with these little bumps here. I think I'm going to fill some of them in. Yeah, maybe we'll do every other with this blue. I like that. And I love doodling because you do learn to kind of trust your intuition, which is always a good thing. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And don't worry, like you see that I messed that up. That's okay. So I'm actually going to go do 2 just because I don't like the way that looks. So that's perfect. Then I can go back in with this and just fix it a bit. So no worries there. Okay. What else do we need? Now here, I think I want to fill in some of these scallops. Again, don't worry if it's not perfect, that's all right. Because we can go right back in with that marker and fix things. So that's fine. It's kind of cool. Else here, maybe let's add, oops, some more dots here, I think. Let's do go ahead and just fill in a few of these almost. I'm going to add some white to some of these areas here with the dots, just like that. Maybe add one here. That looks cool. And then here, I think I'm just going to add some lines. And maybe let's do one word. So maybe we'll put it, oops, up in here, but I think I want to use this color. Maybe I'll use the hot pink. So let's put the word hope. I like that word. And I'm going to outline it just to give it a little bit more zhuzh. Okay. I think we're almost there. Maybe. I think these, I really love adding white for these two. So maybe just in a few places I will add. Trying not to get my hand in a mess here. Okay, got some ink on here. I just need to wait for things to dry. I'm not very good at that with these pens sometimes. Okay, I think that's good. Alrighty, and then I think maybe let's go ahead and outline our hope with black. I'm trying to debate if I want something in that area. And this seems just a little bit too plain. So I think what I'll do for that is just going to scribble this white out. I got some stuff on there. I'm going to try to scribble it. I'm going to maybe retrace some of these white swirls. I think they need to be bumped up a little bit in color. There we go. What we're going to do is kind of just bump up that white color a bit. I'm going to take, okay, so we have the zigzags going in that way. Maybe we'll reverse it. So I'm trying not to get on anything here. Oh yeah, then it'll be kind of like a double pattern. I think I like that. And we might even add another one. Yeah. Let's maybe add some pink. Add some warm color in there. Oh, that pink is pretty too. Smooth that hand a bit. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and just continue these circles around. I really like how those look. So we'll surround our spiral with them. I'm trying not to get my hand into anything. I'll add a dot in there. You can make a lot of these, so make them very dense if you want. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. And for the hot pink that I love so much, we'll just stick that in some places. I got some purple on the hot pink though. That's not fun. Okay, let's do that there. This here. This here. Let's do that here. And we'll do that one there. Perfect. Loving how this is looking right now. Okay, so I wanted to add some white lines here. So this is where it kind of takes a little bit of time because you're going in and adding all those little details that no one notices except for you, of course. So we'll try this black one. Let's see if that will go on top just a little bit better. I think this is dried enough. Maybe. I like that. And I think the triangles need some help. They're not my favorite right now. Let's do, yeah, so we'll add something to them. We're just kind of blending in, I think, a little bit too much. So, and that is the problem though with doodling, is that you can add and add and add. At least that's always the problem for me. And I'm just going to make this not perfect. Just like that. And then I think between those, I'm going to go in with my white pen. Actually, make it pop a bit. We can go in and just make triangles on top of each other like that. I missed that one up, but that's okay. Thank goodness there's no doodling police. There we go. I'm going to go in and add a few more of my circles here, just to kind of fill in things a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, and then along some of these, I just want to emphasize that shape a bit. There we go. Alrighty, and then grab a gold glitter pen. Actually, we could even do a blue. And with the pink, I want it to pop even more, so I'm just going to go over those lines a bit. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Alrighty, so I am seriously very happy with this. You can also go in and add a black line on top. I think that the black and the white really bring things together. I know some people are shy about using black and white, but I think that it is necessary in a lot of things. At least to me. That's okay. If you don't share that opinion, that's totally fine, but I do like do 3 and then straight, 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 diagonal, 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 straight, 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 diagonal, straight, 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 diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. And then, oops, between those, we can go in with another color here, maybe some white. Should have waited for that to dry a bit. And do it again. And I'm just randomly using a lot of colors, but you could absolutely have a color palette, and I think that would be cool and interesting and awesome. Alrighty, now those scallops are bothering me a bit, so I need to do something with those. I don't know why, but they are. So I'm going to go in and add maybe some black. I think they need to pop a little bit more. Yeah, I think that might do the trick. Maybe we'll see here. Oops. Alrighty, so let's fill some of those in. Have some interest, and then we can even add, well, maybe some marks on top. Just some dots, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Still not my favorite area, but next time I'll know. Not to maybe do that. So it all works out. It's all good. Alrighty, and this one we're going to kind of fix a bit just by coloring it in. That looks cool. Alrighty. I am very much happy with this. So I think we're going to stop it there, guys. I think this is pretty good. Like I said, I can keep doodling forever, so I'm going to have to stop myself in a second here, but I just want to make some loose little adjustings here. That looks cool. Okay, good deal. So I like that. Maybe we can go in here and just add a line. Dot, dot, dot. Line, line, line. Dot, dot, dot. Line, line, line. I kind of like the way this looks. Not good. Now the spiral I think does need a little bit of help. So for that, what can we do for the spiral? Pink. So green would be opposite that. Kind of like this color. So I'm just going to go in and just emphasize that spiral a bit. Really messily. Definitely not perfect. But I like that it kind of looks like a rose or something. That looks cool. Okay. So, and if we want, we can even do like a bump on some of these, or all of them actually. Just going to move that hand nice and fast. Alrighty. And I'm thinking about Dana Winkley, where she says the only thing better than one line is two. And I think that that can definitely be true, especially when you're doodling and adding lines. So makes it look a little bit more intentional. Add a few little dots on top of some of our gold. I think that will add just a really cool emphasis. In this age, I was just going to let be, but I'm actually going to outline it fully. And hope is always a beautiful word that I love adding to my art. But add whatever word you want. Or two. Oh, that looks great. And then if you want to, you could, of course, go around the edges with something. That would work too. I kind of don't mind the smudges. I might change my mind, but I think it looks pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you saw that. Hopefully I just bumped the camera now, or we're in trouble, huh? Okay. this is the way it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks. I think it's going to be probably a long video, so longer than I thought, but I kept going. So I'm going to bring you close so you can kind of see, but it's really pretty. I love the way that it turned out. So if you make one of these, please be sure to tag me so I can share your beautiful work on Instagram. But I love how this turned out, and I could, like I said, I could keep going, but I like to doodle a lot, so it doesn't bother me that much. And you just miss me outlining, adding a little bit of circles here. So I might cut that part out, but when the camera was up here, I just filled in a little bit more of that. And then I outlined the hope and did a few more bumps on the top, but I think you'll be able to see the bumps part. But thank you so much for joining me. The next time I do a real-time video, we'll do this part too. So I might like cut that out and then add it to the other video. But I did them at the same time. You'll know that. We'll do that. Maybe I'll do this one and fast forward. I don't know. Lots of decisions, but it was really fun. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week. Have a fun, creative day, and don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment too. Would love to hear from you about anything. I just like reading your comments, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.